Let's go on an adventure. So are you all excited about the adventure this morning, guys? I'm so excited to take you with me. I know it is my first video of the new year, and we're all probably wondering, what is Leisha's goals for 2019? Before I get into that, I'm going to take you to a place where I first got inspiration. How cool is it that in video time, you guys get straight there and I have to walk and do the hard work for you? So this is literally the space, but I'm currently surrounded by construction.
Sounds of serenity. So much serenity.
Which was not here on the day that I got my inspiration. So yeah, one constant in life, guys, is change. Embrace it. Let's see if I can get a better shot. Probably not, but that's okay. So I was sitting here on day one of New Year's and just enjoying the sunset, which was quite beautiful. And then I had a thought, I really don't have any solid goals for 2019. And I know we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to get goals and to have intentions and to set all these like great master plans for life. But honestly, I've had the same master plan for life for about 3 years now. I'm still working on it. So I need to find new ways to be inspired and to just get really like back into what I was doing and the why behind it. In this moment, as the sun was setting on the first day of the year, I just reflected on a few things in my life, and one of them was gratitude. And I honestly was just grateful for the sunset, and I was just in that moment so happy. So I want to talk a little bit about my experience, and we're going to go for a walk because it's allowed. And I'm going to take you to a place, the place where I first learned about gratitude and how it was important in life. So I'm going to tell you a little story when I get to the place, and you'll understand shortly. So I have to go this way now. So Long Beach, so long beautiful beach. Saying hello to the streets. Kind of feel like I'm in Venice now, but I'm not. Really briefly, before I get to the place that I'm going to teach you about when I first learnt of gratitude, is that I'd always been aware of the word since, gosh, Pinterest days, when I'd always look for quotes of inspiration. Gratitude would pop up all the time, and I used to think it was this big hippie thing. I was like, oh my gosh, why? What is this? Like, clearly you need to be flowing through with the woods to actually understand what that means. But then I started listening to podcasts when I really wanted to get into self-development, and I started to connect the dots between all these successful people and how they mentioned gratitude was a part of what made them so successful. Started dabbling in it, but only in the way that I knew how. And this is why I'm taking you to this place. I'm going to show you where I first really felt the connection to the word, really understood in my experience. I'm going to give you 3 tips into how to implement this, if you haven't already, into your life, because I know we all see YouTubers and they go, my morning routine is that I get up and I write my gratitudes. But what does that actually mean? And how do I make it a habit for myself if I don't already have it as a habit for myself? So stay tuned, but first, my experience. It is a very noisy street, and I'm starting to wonder if the place is even open. And I'm also a sweaty mess. Kind of wish I was in America right now because I wouldn't be so hot and sweaty. And I bet you all wish that you were here. To be open, guys, but that's okay because New Year's, maybe, I don't know, maybe it is. No. Second time things haven't worked out as planned. I feel like there's a recurring theme in my life. That's okay, because I know other places and they're abundant. We can still share this story. So So you know what, I think this is actually going to work out better because I've decided to go to a place that I'm actually grateful for. I have been there and I know how good their coffee is. I just gave it away. Oh well, to be elaborated. Slightly awkward, went to go to the coffee shop that I like the coffee from, didn't have my card, so this video is gonna have to be finished elsewhere. Be grateful for the random people you meet along the way, especially as a YouTuber or a vlogger. People just love that energy. I don't know what it is, but just be open to that. Not knowing what's gonna happen. I'm walking back. I'll quickly talk about my experience with gratitudes in cafes. So I used to go to a coffee shop all the time and I would just be so like impressed by the energy that came from the barista, and I honestly felt like it flowed through into his coffee and it just tasted divine. And then one day when I actually took the time to be grateful for that cup of coffee that he made me. I mean, I was an accountant at the time. I would come in and I would be like, ugh, every day. But that one coffee lifted me up, which then lifted everyone around me. So I thought, how about I lift him up today and actually appreciate, because I'm feeling gratitude to him. And in that moment, I built an amazing friendship. And if you're watching this, you'll know who. It's not doing it yet.
You gotta keep it up.
But also then I decided to carry that with me everywhere I went, and if I felt appreciation for anyone in the moment, I thought of gratitude, I would give it to them, because it's not just about making myself feel good, it's about actually expressing what it is that we feel as human beings that is and should be shared. Magic happens in those moments where you share appreciation, and I've noticed that in my travels. I'm going to get back to a place where I can film these top tips for gratitude if you haven't already implemented it into your life, and hopefully we can come up with a way that 2019 will just be high vibing. There I go, hippie again. But yes, let's just keep up the great energy for this year, I think. See what happens. It is so flipping hot right now. I'm sweating. I think I'm gonna find a nice shady point across the road to set up. So the first thing when you're trying to create a gratitude practice is to find a trigger point for you, whether that be first thing in the morning, during the day, at night when you're laying in bed. It's about finding that moment of focus for your day where you can implement it. And it could even be in a place like when you're stuck in traffic in your car, or for me personally, when you're having your coffee in the morning. I'm grateful for this point in my life and this time of my day where it might not always go to plan, but this one thing in my day always goes to plan and I always make time for it. Gratitude is one of those big things for me. The second thing that I have for a gratitude practice is to focus on the small things. I think we get so caught up on starting out with big things like, oh my god, I got my job that I've always wanted, or I got the YouTube growth that I always wanted. And then when we don't have those things, that we focus on what's not there rather than what is there. So these small things are what amount to big things in our lives, and when we start being present of what we already have, really cultivate a growth in these small blessings that we have every day, we'll start to allow more positive flow. Gratitude, it doesn't matter what mindset that I'm in, I can always find something small to be grateful for. And when I focus on that seed, on that one point where I can be happy, I can be excited, I can be grateful for that thing, then I find other things to be grateful for, and I'm not worried about all the other little things that aren't going to plan in my day, because we all have them. It's human. I'm sitting here in a terrible position, but that's okay because I'm grateful that I got these flowers. The third thing, and I think I kind of touched on it with my experience, is to flow your gratitude into the hearts of others. Really think about spreading the gratitude. It's one thing to have a gratitude and to write it down. It's another to actually share it with another human being. And I think if we're honestly going to have the best year ever, it's going to come from a place where we're sharing and we're connecting and we're grateful for everyone who we have in our lives right now, because we never know in what moment somebody else might come along and change it. And if we're really focusing on these people in our lives, then we'll, especially ourselves, like being grateful for what we have to offer, what we have to bring. It's literally what I'm dealing with. But yes, I'm gonna head off because this place is getting a little bit busy. Honestly, see what I mean? Perceptions are our reality, guys, so be grateful for everything that you have. If you believe that everything will be what you want it to be this year, it will be. And your biggest dreams are achievable. So yeah, let's focus on that. And just as I pack up my little stuff here, I wanted to talk about, back in the beginning of this video, I spoke about that spot that I found. So in that moment, I decided that I would do 365 days of gratitude. I've shared this idea with someone who gave it to me, and I'm very grateful for Paul, who had done this once on the Facebook group, and I saw how much of an expansion that flowed through him as well. So I didn't have an intention to do this. It kind of just came to me in a moment, and I'm just going to act on it. And if that means that it's not every single day this year, I still want to do 365 days. It might take me 2 years, it might take me 1. I do just want to really focus on being present in my life this year, and not worry too much about what I don't have, focus on what I do. And so yeah, if you guys want to join me, my Instagram, go check me out, hit me up in the DMs, and comment below what you're grateful for today, because I really want to hear from you. You know I'm all about community and connection. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm doing YouTube. So let's make 2019 a grateful one. And thanks for coming with me on this journey this morning, even though it was crazy.
I am beautiful.
Okay.
Should I like Google?